you are talking of the country just divided to 3 states. Are you states?
3 regions.
I deliberately use the word states because if I say region now, people of our own generation cannot relate to it. The entire Southwest, as we call it now, is just one administrative unit. It's like a state in which all the resources mopped up in Ondo, in Oyo, in Osun, in Ogun, in Lagos, just goes to one post. And there was a produce buying board. I look at it now. For whatever, even if a state, let's say Osun, puts 20 billion in agriculture, what it will do, it will make the state people wealthy. That will not improve the fortune of the government. That's the reality of Nigeria. Why? Because the tax net here is so horrible. Yeah. So if you now look at it, how was Awolowo able to make money from cocoa? Is that he is the off-taker. He was the off-taker.
Okay, so the state should set up a
so it is the margin that he was using. He will buy at a rate, sell at a rate. But now what we are doing is helping individual go to their farm. They will just take the produce, and when they've done, they will go away. At the end of the day, the salaries of the state will still not. Even if you put 20 billion that way into agri, salary will still be owed.
Okay, so you're suggesting a state buying these products off the farmers?
Yeah, becoming off-taker as it is, because that's the only, if we are looking at how the state will, there is a difference between the state being earning revenue and the people making money. The government is there for the welfare of the people, yes. If we are looking at how the people will become wealthier, the state can, of course, inject and let the market take it off. But if the state itself is looking at how it will earn some level of money, then it has to have a bridge.
Some people would say that, you know, saying, okay, there are hindrances in terms of law, you can't, you know, you have mineral resources in your state, you can't get to it. It's one of the excuses that government will give because they're just satisfied with going to Abuja and getting, you know, whatever comes from the federation pass. You see countries, for instance, like Kenya, you would think that their mainstay is tourism. I'm sure the government, for instance, is not, the federal government is not going to come to Osun State and say the Osun Shogbo Festival should, we want to, you can't do it except, do you understand? So what is it that in that area, for instance, in Kogi State, it's also a tourist center or a tourist state. How can government think outside of the box and say, let's develop this and, you know, we can raise some funds?
Let me pick it from Osun Osogbo that you mentioned. I recollect quite vividly. Even before the advent of Aregbesol's administration, UNESCO has been in Osun handling the groove. You also have the Federal Tourist Agency also managing the groove. But you realize that how will Osun make money from the groove? Maybe, okay, set a toll. When people want to enter into the groove, they pay. Now, we'll still go back to administration. UNESCO is handling the groove. Those are some little issues, but that's not even the major challenge you face in such a scenario. Let me go to Erin Ijesha waterfall, you know, which is real tourist attraction. What we need to develop Erin Ijesha? Erin Ijesha cannot pay the investment of making it a viable tourist attraction in the next 10-20 years. So, where other people have advantage over us is that people have access to long-term funding for issues like this. Assuming that the World Bank is coming to Erin Ijesha, okay, we are giving you 20 years fund on this. We cannot develop Erin Ijesha to something that will be good and massive. It is money that attracts money. There is no shortcut to it. And the money you need for such is not small money. And it's not money you will take short-term loan for and say you want to do. We look at it globally. So much road work is going on in Osun, has been done, and it's ongoing. Now, these are long-term investment. But without it, because if people cannot drive to Erin Ijesha, they won't go there. So you need all of this. So long-term funding becomes important for facility from whenever it will be available, the federal government is even borrowing loan to pay salaries. So it's even beyond the issue of federal government now.
Okay, let me, because we're going to quickly wind down. Yeah. Now, in closing, what do you think? You've talked about looking into corruption, because some of these things, even when you have funds put down for this, you know, it goes the other way.
Yes.
Yes. Now, in closing, what do you think this government, we have a new government, should do differently?
Thank you very much. Before I answer your question, let me quickly respond to something he said. We had the Western Nigerian marketing boards buying those products then. It was working out. When the states were broken out of that, they also had theirs. What killed them? Corruption. So we cannot now go back to that era. It should be taking us way back to our past time, and it will not work. Okay? Still saying, now on the question that you asked.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that's the truth. Everything revolves around our value system, and we must appreciate that the value system has really been wounded, has been injured, if not totally murdered. So we must begin to look at even that as well. In all things, I advocate increased and unceasing public enlightenment. And that's apart from the leaders now showing that, oh, we are leading right, doing the right things. The disconnect between the led and the leaders is going to be repaired and amended such that the people can believe the government. Those people in Osun State who were giving money to buy seedlings, okay, and then plant on land already cleared for them, but choose to run away with the money, for them is their share of the national cake. Because they've seen their councillors and their chairmen who were hungry people yesterday, and today they are driving flashy cars, okay? So these are some of the things. And like I said, they should begin to look a little bit more inwards and thinking outside of the box. Taxation still remains a key thing. If they don't have the wherewithal, we have a taxation institute in Nigeria. They should invite them to consult for them and develop a structure whereby the tax net can be strengthened and be expanded such that wherever you are, anywhere in the state, you will not earn a dime without paying tax.
So tax.
Okay, let's just quickly get back to this in closing.
We're closing.
Yes, we're closing, yes. He said that we need to block loopholes and to make sure that things work. What's your own recipe? I
believe that, I agree with him that value orientation is key to whatever we are doing. For us to be able to, fine prints will always be there, but the key is our value. And the moment we are able to get that right, so many things will naturally fall in place. Corruption is all about value mishandling before now. And that's where we are now. If we address our mind, attune our mind to our proper value, every other thing will work. Then our taxation will work.
We have to. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on this morning. We've been having a chat with the Special Assistant to the Osun State Government
former
Special Advisor to the Osun State Governor on Environment, Bola Ilori. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, the Public Affairs Commentator, Oladeyinde Ariyo. Thank you for being here.
My fees. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. And so we'll take a break to stay with us on Sunrise.